So basically, I started this video late. Sorry for that. I think I should have started some few minutes ago. So basically, what I've been doing here, trying to allocate items within my plan here. You can see that this plan. Let me first go through it. This is a G+1 story house, and it's located on a very small piece of plot. I'm trying to make sure that I utilize this plot maximally. So I've basically done some layout there, as you can see. So I'm in a stage where I need to put in some window, doors, beds, and location of several items within the house. I've already put some windows here, so this is the first floor and this is the ground floor. I would want to bring all these doors and put them here wherever it is matching. So you can see here from the ground floor there's an outdoor here for the kitchen. This is a kitchen store and this is the kitchen area. So there's a lot of free movement within this ground floor here. You can see that there's a kitchen, there's a dining, there's an entrance, there's a stair, there's a store, there's a lot of moving space here. Ideally, if you enter this room, mostly this room is a giant free space, and these dotted lines here, as you can see, these are indications of an arch that will be constructed inside here to bridge between the living room and the dining room. Then we have provided a maid's room here, which is also of a good size, a maid. Then the first floor, you can see that there's a master bedroom. The master bedroom has a WC, which has a shower and a bathroom. And then we also have the porch here for the master bedroom. I think this master bedroom is measuring like 4.5 by 4.8. Well, this is a very good master bedroom here for usage. Then you have a bedroom here of 3.4 by 2.8. This is conveniently suitable for basic necessities or requirements of the bedroom. There's also another bedroom here which is cantilevered out from within this area, which is above the kitchen. Then this one is the cantilevered porch, which is above the walkway beneath the ground floor. I think it should be covering up to around here, the walk path or next to the vehicle. So the master bedroom, the person who's sleeping here can be able to see whatever is happening in this area. There's a duct here provided. So this duct, I provided it for the purpose of movement of connection of pipes. This is a 0.35 by 0.45 or 450 millimeters. So we shall be passing electrical cables here, including basic water pipes here, but mainly electrical pipes will be passing here, or electrical wires or cables, whatever they call it. So they can be passed here so that we don't want to see unnecessary pipe work on the walls, whether behind or in front. So this is provided in the front. We took advantage of this corner here so that we can put it here somewhere. So this WC2 here is accessible by bedroom 2 and bedroom 3. So master bedroom has this washroom inside, and here on the first floor there's a cantilever, so that when somebody climbs and reaches the first floor, there's a provision here. We're going to put some guardrails here so that somebody can stand here and stare down to the ground floor, or can stand here and call somebody who is beneath to come up, or whatever usage they may want to use it for. And this door is 1.2 meters, and it will be opened on one side will be fixed, one side will be allowed, and this is an shaped stair. I think you have seen most of this. And then we have a porch here. This porch is it's 2 meters by what? My computer is a little bit slow here. I think by 2.8. So this is a very luxurious area here. We're going to provide some gathering here, some lighting here, and it will be very, very interesting and visually pleasing. So ideally, this plot has there's a road passing here, and there's a road also moving along this line. Yeah, this is basically a road. Also, there's a road passing around here. So this residential house is just located around residential areas. There's a lot of road demarcations here. So this is the front house of the building, but I'm considering this as the front face of the building based on the fact that this side is facing the road. So it is designed in a way that this end is likely to give more pleasant appearance than this other side. If you check on the basement, we have some pieces of wood here. This wood is 200 millimeters by 100. Yeah, by 100. So 3 of them. This then there's a column also here for the kitchen hour door, and also this acts as an access for the back end. If you can check that here, we have maximized this plot here. The remaining space from here to here, the remaining space here is about 200. Nobody can pass here literally. So this area is going to provide an access so that whoever want to access the back side of the building can move along these lines. This is the only way they can maneuver to the back end of this house. So it's really a very small plot space. If I can give you some dimensions here, this is like 13 meters by 13 meters by 13 on the smaller ends. Then this is 14 by 14. Yes, sorry about that. I think 14 by 14. So 14, 14, 13, 13. The minimum is 13 by 13 meters. So based on that, we have overused this piece of land, and there's really small freedom here outside. In front of the house, we have there's a septic tank. Yes, this is going to be an area here for septic tank. This area is going to be here, located for septic tank. So I don't know this. Let me first check. Yeah, this is about 3.9 meters. So roughly 4 meters here. We can be able to have a suitable septic tank here. So that also this is a gate. This car is not allowed to rotate around, so it just comes straight and parks. When it wants to move back, then it has to use this metal here, turning around outside of the fence, then it goes to where it's supposed to be going. So it's really very easy and basic, but yet luxurious design. You can see that somebody enters here, can decide to go up, or can decide to come around and access the living room, watch it on some TV. I think we are going to put some kind of a TV here. So I don't know how much space is this, how long is this. This is about 5 meters. So this is a very good, I don't know, let me first check the length here from here to here. 4.5. I think someone can project to this wall here. A very good home theater projector can be able to display very wide area here. Or they can buy a good TV and put to this place. They can be able to enjoy as long as they like it. Also, there's an arch here. I've mentioned this earlier. This arch is going to be well designed and very pleasant at the end. So this master bedroom, I mean the living room has two windows on each side. So we have a window here, there's another window here. I think this, let me first put this. This is one of the window here. So these windows are on this end and also this end. So this one also is one of the windows. There's also another window, the window. So according to the client, he actually wanted bigger windows. So I think these windows are suitable for what is needed, about 1.5 meters each. So this will provide a very pleasing and allow movement of air in and out, very good air circulation in the living room. So much as they will maybe having a wall here or a perimeter wall fence here, you can open these windows and have access to this air moving within this smaller space. But as well, they can access some fresh air coming up within this area here. So this is the ground floor. I think this is really a very good and a simple plan. By the way, you can even take this plan and sell it to one of your clients if you like. So let me first show you the dimensions so that you can redo it, because I'm not going to provide a link or any other means of accessing this drawing. I'll just give you some basic dimensions. You can see this is 1.6. This is 2 meters. You can take this dimension and recreate this same drawing, whatever drafting software you have. There's a door here of 900. So the total of this is 1000. So this is 100. This problem. The kitchen is 3.4, and it has a window of 1.5. Then the width is about 2.7 meters. The maid's room is 2.8 by 3.4, which is the same as the kitchen in terms of width. Because the width is 3.45 and the maid's room is also 3.45 meters. So the WC for the maid's room is about 1.2. I think all the WCs are 1.2. Let me check on the first floor. Yeah, for the master bedroom is also 1.2. Then I think there's a variation for the general WC is 1.5. So this is the biggest WC can be accessed by 2 of these bedrooms. Let me first finish dimensions down here, showing you these dimensions. This one is measuring 4.5 by 5 meters. So this is a very huge living space, and I guess the kitchen is starting right away from here and extending up to the end of this point. I think likely because of movement around this area, I guess the kitchen is going to end somewhere here. I mean the dining room is going to end somewhere here. Yes. So if you have a dining room, I mean the dining table here, people can still maneuver around and others there. So there's a window here for the dining room about 1.2, just close to the pipe duct, which I've already given the dimension earlier, which is 350 millimeters by 450 millimeters. So this can be used for passing. This idea, when you move around your community, these older buildings, you realize that, especially these residential buildings, you find they are G+2, 3, 4. But when, I don't know what's going on with these architects. These guys can design a very wonderful house that can look pleasant in front. As I told you, I don't know whether I've told you this, me, I am not an architect. I I'm a civil engineer. I studied my degree in engineering. So me, I'm a civil engineer. So I don't know what's going on with this architect, but sometimes, like I told you earlier, you move around your community, you realize that the behind part of the building is full of electrical piping. There's why it looks so ugly, and it does not really give the vibe. You can see that maybe the front part of the building is well designed, interesting, it looks pleasant. Well, it looks really pleasant in front, but they forget that the back side of the building is not really the end of the world. You get? So people still see the back end of the building. You may realize that sometimes even what you consider as the behind part, for example, this area here, this area here, you consider it as a behind part, but actually behind here is somebody's plot. Somebody's plot is around. Somebody's plot is around here. Somebody's plot is around here. Much as there's a road there, somebody's plot. The high chances that this wall fence can marry with this plot's perimeter wall or wall fence as well this side. So you realize that you're exposing this side of the environment into all the visual parts of your wall, which are the dirty pipe works, dirty wiring works. You architects, you guys will need to work on that. You make sure that when you design your building, the beauty in the front should be also incorporated in the behind part of the building. Make sure that the 360 degrees your building looks modern and looks perfect. Avoid these things of allowing wiring anyhow. Also, there's the issue of electrical works, where these guys sometimes they tend to break into the walls. You know, structurally, for load bearing walls, that is not recommended. Even there are certain buildings you find that these plumbers and the electricians, they tend to break into the columns itself or the beams. So that is not structurally safe. So as an architect, I think if you guys can think around that area, you can do better things, so that instead of breaking into the wall, you provide ducts like this. We may say, okay, plumbing, this is your main area of supply of power. I mean, supply of water to all the buildings. Your pipes must be within this. Okay, it's not like the pipe must be within this. For example, if you check, there's a WC here, there's a kitchen here, there's a WC here. It's like this area here, this area from bottom to top of the building is covered with the electrical and the plumbing works. So this duct is provided so that the main wires of the electricity are hidden here. These wires that move from floor to floor. For example, if this building is to go up to 5-story, the parent wires of the electrical system must, I don't know what they call it, but you know what I'm talking about. The parent wires that are supplying from floor to floor must run within this duct, so that whatever is moving, but electrical is some time okay, because now I've seen that guys, they come with the pipes for electrical wires during slab casting, which is very interesting. So these wires should be supplied through this duct. For example, the lightning in this room, here, here. This will be like the source wire that supplies to all these places. Don't want to put an extra drilling. We don't need extra drilling. So this is really a very good plan. For plumbing works, later in this video, I think we can see how we can cater for pipe works, for electricity, and even passage of sewage from these washrooms down flow, then the septic tank. So I will provide you this dimension so that you can redo this plan if you want to implement it. I think it's a very basic plan. The fact is, like, the reason why I put this stair here is that we want to provide a void here. Actually, let me just count that. First of all, let me measure this. This area is already 4.5 from here to here by what? By 3.4. So your stairs should be able to fit within this area. You can determine, for example, now the risers and the flights. Figure it out. And then on the first floor, there's this provision of a void here. Someone that stands here can see through this area. You can see people eating here. You can see, for example, I think you can it's passing around here, around this area. So if people are dining on this area, I think people to see, but you can still talk and people can hear what is asking. So this area is generally void, and this is a cantilever of 500. So this end of the rail, there's a beam that's going to leave at this point here. The advantage of me doing this as a civil engineer is that when I do my structures, I really did not hire an architect for this, and I did not require where this is going to be implemented. It's a basic house. There's no need for an architect. There's no need for document approvals. Just a basic house. So that's why I did it myself. And I think if I can do something very good like this, what do you guys think? I think I can improve my skill set and do architecture. So you guys can work together. You can contact me. My number is so. These dimensions are what? For the first floor, this is 2 meters by this is a porch by 2.8. I think, yeah, by 2.8. This porch is actually on top of the kitchen store here. So somebody from this bedroom and this bedroom can walk in, sit down, and enjoy their life here. Or even from the master bedroom, they can come and still enjoy that, because this space is big that we can put the table here, family can enjoy something. So then also we've already measured this from the ground floor is the same. So from here to here is a provision of 1 meter. So this 1 meter, we're going to put some rails here, something that stand here and do other things. WC2, WC3 is accessed by this room. It's designed for this room and this room. WC2 is only for master. Yeah, it's only for master bedroom, and this is 2.8. Let me see how this is 3.4 by 2.8. That bedroom. Then this is bedroom 2 is 3.4. What? The kitchen and the maid room is 3.4. The bedroom 3 and the bedroom 4 is 3.4. This is interesting. This is really interesting in terms of quantifying materials. That means literally the area covered by this is the same as the area covered by this and this and this. Wow. So this is it, 3.4 by this is 2.7. There's this one is less by 100 millimeters. The reason for this is the space here. I've provided all the WCs with the 500 millimeter windows, and all other windows are 1.5. Yes, 1.5. Now this one is 1.5. There's one missing here. So let me put another window here. Let me just do that. 1.5. I can do a copy of these lines here. This line and this. Yes, you get. So this is 1.5. Two windows of 1.5 by 1.5. I guess the spacing between is like what's the space between? 750. So ladies and gentlemen, this plan will be implemented and it's for a client in Uganda. So basically here in Uganda there is a common walling material that we use, that is bricks and blocks. So we have standard bricks and the standard blocks. If you Google them, you will know their dimensions. So this plan is designed based on those standards. So a typical block is 200. A typical block wall is 200 millimeters. So 200 by 200 by 400. I hope you know what I mean. That cube block, or that block cube, is 200 by 200 by 400. That means it's like 400. This length is 400, and this is 200. Then this is 400, 200, then up by 200. Forget the 3D. This is the typical Ugandan block, hollow or solid. They are all equal. But special blocks are also available if you need custom blocks. They're also available. But this is a common block. This can be used for walls and especially for non-load bearing walls. We use hollow blocks. So these hollow blocks are very common, are the ones that we use. Also for foundations, we don't use hollow blocks. In our region, we don't use hollow blocks for the foundation, and I also recommend it that you don't use hollow blocks for the foundations. Use solid blocks for your foundation. By foundation, I mean the plinth work. You need to use solid blocks. So these hollow blocks are the ones that will be used for constructing this complex. So they are laid on stretchers. They'll be running on their stretchers. They are literally non-load bearing. These walls are non-load bearing, so it's going to make work very fast and easy. Also, you can see that allocation of columns and the beams. You can check that from the ground floor. This is a beam, this is a beam, 5.5. I think I can decide to put a beam here so that I reduce the area of this ceiling here. I can decide to put a beam and then I put the hidden beam somewhere here along this area, so that I have a ceiling of 3.4 here, 3.4 by 1.2, because I don't want to cover the whole of this 5.5 or 5 meter with entirely slab, and we're going to be using also max span slab. So what do you guys think? But that's what I believe I can do that. Then also there's a beam here. This beam is going to meet somewhere here, so that this 3.4 has an area covering this. So this beam ends here, then there's a beam passing here to be in this area. So that means there's a beam here, there's a beam here, and then there. You can see how safe this structure is. So this wall will be running on slab. So this is the, how many walls do I have that runs on slab? I have one on this wall, then I have this wall. Yeah, literally 2 and 3 walls, 1, 2, and the third. This wall should be running on slab. So I'll be able to figure out how to load this slab here, or provide this a suitable partition here later. Way less. So there's a window here for the stair that runs from ground floor to the first floor. It's about 800 millimeters. So it's going to be a very long window, stretching right from ground to first floor beam. So this is basically it. Now let me do some editing here. I'm going to put some doors and windows on this design, the ground floor and the first floor. So as you can see, the first floor I've already put some doors or symbols or marks or an indication of door. These items here, so you can see the direction at which the doors are opening to. For the windows, I've already illustrated how I'm going to do it, just putting some marks here. Just, there's not typically, some of you guys have different way of showing that there's a window in this particular area, so I also do mine, much as I can understand what I'm doing here. So this is what I'm showing myself, that this is the window. You can use your own or some standard window marks. At least if somebody else from another city or another country, when he looks at this thing, he knows that, oh yes, these are windows, because you're using standard marks for the windows. But my document is not going to be shared for any other reference, so I know what I'm doing. So sometimes you can add window ceiling here, but for now I'm not going to add some window ceiling. Now let me finish by adding here. Ideally I can do this thing without even redoing this, copy and put duplicate the other side. You can do that if you want to speed up your work. So as for me right now, I'm not on hurries. I can take my time. You guys, when you're doing this kind of things, you need to take your time. Let nobody put you in very high pressure, otherwise you produce a drawing and the owner says, oh, I did not tell you to do this, don't add this, remove this. For example, now let me first take you back to show you what I'm talking about. Look, you see this design is the same design. How many bedrooms in the ground floor? How many bedrooms? There's only one bedroom, living, dining, exactly what is in the other plan. So WC2, WC3, now here it's a different, it's located in, and the stairs we can check. Just what is the difference here is that there's a rearrangement of there's a rearrangement of the plan components, the WC, balcony, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and master bedroom. So when I first sent this layout, I said, yes boss, first check this. How do you see this? And the boss told me, you know what? This is a very interesting plan, but I want you to do certain things of it. I want you to remove this area. Yeah, he wants me to remove this area. And then he wants that this void area should be one, like for now, because now here there's a void, so I want to make sure that this void and this void is one thing. Bedroom, the master bedroom, and the first balcony. Now, because of these two things, this and this space and the void, I had to change the entire layout. That's why you can now see that this void and the stair void is all simple, it's all one. And also you can see that there is no more a left space like the other one here. So I did some rearrangement and also increase the plan size. You can see that this master bedroom is now bigger than this area, because at first I thought of allowing this guy some space around. You can see that there's a green area here, green area here, green area here. These green areas are very good when it comes to absorption of water or surface water. So it's really a necessity that you provide these green areas. At least have grass in your compound. As a matter of fact, I think that your drawing is not acceptable to be approved without having these provisions. You cannot pave your entire compound with pavers without allowing spaces for surface water absorption like these green areas. So it means that most of the water here is the runoff, which is running to the streets and causing a lot of floods in some towns when it is heavy rain. So sometimes you can think that these green areas are small, what they are too small to absorb water. But imagine a collection of 5,000 homeholds having all green spaces. I think waters that comes from the roof, the surface can be absorbed into that area than causing water to be expelled from the compound to the street gullies. So these waters, they cause erosion. For example, in unpaved environment, these waters cause a lot of erosion. So much as I've tried to maximize this space, I think this green space can be okay. Because now imagine this is 200 between the perimeter wall and this area, so it means that people are crossing the public through the house. See what I'm talking about? So this is locked. So beneath it is access to the back door, and beneath this cantilever, the room area, that's where the green grass is, and also there's a septic tank here and then the parking. But at least if the parking can be paved, make sure that you have certain green areas around. So that's why I was saying you need to work together with your client so that you don't proceed until the final stage of documentation. The client tells you, you know what, this is not good. I want you to do this, I want you to do this, and then realize that you're taking back to zero after spending day and night for 1 week trying to solve uh, usability and the easiness of moving within the house. So you guys need to be very, very keen on that. So let me first finish marking the windows. Here there's another window here, 1.2. This window here is one for your protection definition area. This is a window for the dining area here. And some straight line. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can see now. I think visually you can see where there's a window and where there's no window compared to the previous when I opened it. So there's another window also there. You can see this, there's window here, window here, window here. Yeah, I've already put some doors here. Let me first get some of these doors inside. I can copy this door. This and one for the maid and also back door. And then there's this door. Put it here. Which other door is missing here? So this goes. So you can see that actually the ground floor has only majorly like I want my WC tiles to be going right from here. There we go. So there are about 1, 2, 3, 4 main dots. So now this door in the first floor, you get rid of this door. It only exists in the first floor. So guys, what I'm doing here is checking my model. I think this model is very ready for our next stage. Yeah, this model is very ready for the next stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this kitchen area is going to be as open as it is. Yeah. Now I want to clarify this is 150. So this duct along here will be constructed with bricks rather than blocks. One thing I want to correct from this kitchen here is the door. I want to make sure that this door is on one side, not in the center. I'll do some veranda here. Can get my 900. Yep. Then I'll move this door. so that the door opens to this place. You don't need to keep things on this side. Then I can change the well. So now this, I think this is this is far much better than the previous. So what happens here is someone enters here, open the door, locks inside. Now they can have their drawers here convenient. One thing I want to add, I need to put some beds here. This is a previous plan that I did. So I want to import it so that I can put some items out of it and put it here. This is a master bedroom bed, so I can put it in the middle here. Wait. It really doesn't matter because this one of the room has the freedom to move this bed wherever he wants. From all this area, you can even turn the head to this other side or the other side. So let me just put it somewhere. If I put it here, you can have basic table here. Then you can put this rack here. So let's single beds. These are single beds. For this bedroom, I can put this one here. And for this bedroom, I can put this one here, and then I think I need to rotate this. Now this is fine. You can put it here. Then they have their basic table here. Also, this gentleman can have the basic table here. The maid also needs this bed somewhere. Sofas. You can see how interesting this is. This is really good for the activities. So dining table, I can pull it from this here. Now if I put here, this dining table will cover most of the space. What I will do, it's a matter of rearranging the sitting room direction. Now you see this. What to do? Sit somewhere. Someone can pass through this area because stable can be here. What else? Sink or bathroom basin. One there. Then we have this one. Put it here and change the direction. So like I said, this plan is actually done already. I'm just adding some things that can that can it's more like doing a presentation, you understand? So this is like when you present your voice, you should be able to see that, okay, you know what you mean. What else? Where else? Another thing is kitchen. I think we can put about 800. Is this 800? This is too much. 500. Yeah, 500. 500. 500. Now let's look at this. This is very convenient kitchen. You can put the, you know what I'm talking about, the doors here up, and we have the cooking done on this. So what else? You see, these are wardrobes, so they can still put this. I can still put this, or I cannot. So tables, you can put some bedroom tables here, but I think this one's bigger than the room. You can put this one, not here, because this access somewhere here. So, or they can set the table here, so they can put both. So their wardrobe here. Now this plan, I don't know what can be achieved much better than this, but of course different ideas or different heads, if they are put in exam room, there are high chances that they may all be correct, or one may be correct, or one may be wrong. So also they may all be correct, but in different ways. So the way I've done this is correct, and the way somebody may do it can also be correct. So it's just depending on how you play around this. You know, me, I enjoy doing this thing because it's more like a video game. You guys, if you play a video game, you realize that there's no difference when playing this. It's just that this one, as a matter of fact, is the application of knowledge on both. So it's very interesting. So far so good. You know, I want, you see this sitting room here has a sink. So somebody can choose to wash hand when they get inside the house, whether it is it doesn't matter who is entering the room, but whenever they enter into the room, there should be some sink somewhere where they can wash their hands. So I will put this here. what happened here. This is a good place. And enter here, also find here, proceed to right. I can rotate this around. Right in front of this arch here. Outside they can put water taps, so now this is I can decide to delete this part so that I know what I have. So I was basically reviewing this drawing and some basic knowledge on how to play around with this with simple plots like this. So if this video has been helpful to you, I think you can leave me a subscription so that next time if I post another, you know, me, I'm a practical engineer, and whatever I post is not literally a tutorial. You understand? When I do post, I post projects that I'm working on. So if you check on my channel, there are certain videos that they may be tutorials, but the motivation of good tutorials are based on the fact that I'm implementing a project of the same kind. So whatever challenges and things I've enjoyed around the projects I put it. So you know, for us engineers, as a matter of fact, what we need is a challenge. Structurally, I need those challenges. I think I actually enjoy most if something is more difficult than when something is easy to do. So the fact that you put, what I enjoy most is that tendency of putting my brain into its maximum work, figuring out how it's supposed to work. So I'll be posting those kind of videos and solutions. So this video was recorded based on the fact that I had a problem, so I wanted to solve this problem. I have solved this problem, I'll put it. So now this is the solution of the problem which is behind it. This area is the first problem. They never wanted this stair have a void, and also there's an extra void on top here. Also this is the other challenge that I needed to solve this problem. Another problem was this area, this void. What is it for? Ideally, you know, this void can be used for small storage, things to do with I don't know, maybe batteries, maybe solar, things like that. But if you realize here, down on the ground floor there's a kitchen store and there's another extra store. So this store here I'm used for the solar things, batteries and etc. So these are the problems that I was solving. Another problem was that much as the plot is 13 by 13 meters, but the plot was not utilized properly. There's much space here, you can see. So this space was meant to be reduced. Another problem was that These dimensions, they were 14 by 14. This is like extending it to the extreme end of the plot. Another problem also is that you can see that this wall is on extreme end of the plot, which is not suitable. I needed to move it because we needed to have a perimeter wall and then an offset space. And also you realize that this is 14 by 14, somewhere it's 13 by 13, so this is the best correction so far. Problem solved. Thank you for watching and subscribe to my channel so that you get more of these problem solving solutions. Then also you need to click on the bell icon so that you also get notified whenever there's a solution popping and the solution for another video, or you'll be able to be reminded that such a problem will be posted and you need to watch. So thank you, see you another time.